So I made up my own problem here, but before we get there, there's a couple of things that I want to establish. Rational versus irrational. If you notice, the word ratio is in there. Ratio is like a fraction. A rational number is a number that you can write as a fraction, where numerator and denominator are integers. 7 over 11, negative 3 over 100. How about like 1.5? Because 1.5 is the same as 3 over 2. So these are rational numbers. They can be written as a fraction, integer over integer. Irrational is something like the square root of 2, because that is about 1.4142, and it just keeps going randomly. This number cannot be expressed as a fraction, integer over integer. So that's irrational. Square root of 3, irrational. Pi, irrational. What about the square root of like 4? That would be rational, because that is just 2, which is the same as 2 over 1. So rational versus irrational. Now, a different idea. If I give you a diagram that looks, let's say, something like this, is this a function? Yes or no? Well, what we do is we hit it with the vertical line test. Does the blue hit the pen more than once at the same time? No, it all safely passes through. See, at any point in time, if I freeze, the blue only hits the black once. Notice here that the following is not a function. So is this a function? Yes. Is this a function? No. Because if I go, let's say here, you notice that the blue strikes the pen more than once at the same time. How about a picture that looks something like this? Let me go like this, and let me go like that, and let me go like this. So this is actually not a function. You see, in this area, it's okay. And in this area, it's okay because the pen is only being struck once at any time. But here it's bad because it goes vertical. Anytime you go vertical, you are striking the pen many, many times at the same time. So you cannot go straight vertical. How about something like this? Is this a function here if my graph is just horizontal? Yes, this is absolutely a function because the pen is only being hit once at any moment in time. So this would be yes. So let's go back to our main problem here. So y is defined as being a collection of ordered pairs such that the x coordinate is irrational. So that's what y is. For instance, I could say like y equals a set. This notation is for a set. Now this set has many elements. The elements are ordered pairs, x comma y. Here is one random example. How about square root of 7 comma negative 3? You see, because this is an ordered pair, the y coordinate is always negative 3. I just need the x coordinate to be anything that is irrational. That's an example right there. Here is another one. How about square root of 2 comma negative 3? Here's another example. How about negative square root 101 comma negative 3? As long as the x is irrational, the y coordinate is always going to be negative 3. As long as you meet those requirements, you are a point that lives in this set, which is called y. How many points are there? A billion, cajillion, trillion. There are an infinite amount of points that live in this set. It goes on forever. Now, by the way, what if I made a really quick graph? You see all of these points here. The x coordinates are a bunch of irrational numbers, but the y coordinates are all negative 3. So all of these points, for instance, if I turn these into decimals, like the square root of 2, it's like 1.41 and so on. That would be like 1.4, and the y coordinate is there. And this point here, that's like 2 point whatever. The y coordinate is negative. That would be like right there. That's like negative 10 point something. Let's say it's over here, but it's going to be like right there. What I'm going to have is a whole lot of points. There are so many points. There are so many of them that if I took the time to plot all of them, they would be so close to each other that you would probably basically just be looking at a line. But if you zoom in, you would find gaps between them. But again, there are so many points in here that it basically looks like a flat line. And it does go left and right forever. Now, is this a function? Well, does it pass the vertical line test? It sure does. So yes, it is a function. The domain refers to all of the x coordinates. So there are a lot of points here, and all of the x coordinates satisfy one condition. The x coordinates are irrational. So for this problem here, my domain is the set of all x's such that my x is irrational. So that's my domain. It is a description of the x coordinates that we are using for this problem. The range describes the y's, all of the y coordinates that are used. But for this problem, that's kind of boring because all of the y coordinates of these points, all of them, they all have a y coordinate of just 3. So I suppose you could just say something like maybe just 3 because we're describing the range. And the x's were irrational for the domain. Is this a function? Yes. Now, by the way, what if instead of -3, what if I changed that problem to like 5? Then all of these points, all of these would have been 5, 5, 5. And basically all of these points would have been here. That would have been the same answer. That would have been the same answer. It's just that this 3 would have become a 5. And just really quickly before I let you go, so was this a function? Yes. Was this a function? No. However, this is still a relation. You see, this is a function and a relation. This is only a relation because it is not a function. So there are categories to this. We always ask students, function first, like function, yes. Function, no. But this is still a relation. What was the other one? Here. So function, no, but it is still a relation. Another thing, I use that. I think the book uses that for yours, but these are interchangeable. You see, this means set. And this is a description of the objects or the elements that live in this set. And these objects must satisfy this condition. So this describes what lives in here, and this describes the criteria that you must meet to live in here. This is set notation. And yeah, you probably noticed that it should have been -3 as the problem originally stated. Forgive me, I'm a bit tired. But there you are. I hope that helped. Try your problem now and let's see how it goes.